Hey friends, it's Mike here at Guitar Tricks, back with another YouTube video. I'd like to talk a little bit about embellishing off a major chord. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. And while you're at it, hit that like button. It would really help out. Now, back to the lesson. Now, I'm using a specific example of a bar chord for a major chord with the root on the 5th fret. Sometimes they call that a root 5 major chord or a bar chord. I'm using the C chord, for example, which I've got at the 3rd fret of the A string and barring down at the 5th fret of the D, G, and B strings. Now, a lot of people, when you learn chord progressions and strumming and going, changing chords and working on all that stuff, the next logical step is to start embellishing off those chords and coming up with cool little rhythm parts, cool little fills. And one of the great ways to get into this is this sort of Hendrix style of playing off a chord shape. So one of the first things that you want to do when you're going to embellish off of this particular bar chord shape is you want to get into a new position with it. So you can see that where you're barring down on the D, G, and B strings, if you just move up 2 frets and allow your index finger to bar down in that position, what you've got available to you is a bunch of little tricks and little things that you can use. They're really common go-to type of sounds playing off this chord. One of the first things you've got is the major pentatonic box pattern. In this case, C major pentatonic is right there, anchored by this chord shape. Okay, so just coming up with little melodies or little licks. That kind of thing, you can play off this chord shape very easily. Now, another cool common thing to do is to start with that regular bar chord shape and do like a slide, for example, with your ring finger, 5th fret of the A string sliding to 7, and then being able to put your index finger down on the top part of that chord. Okay? What that's doing is you're creating a little bit of a chord inversion there by going to the major 3rd of the chord, which is an E note, and putting that at the bottom of the chord. A lot of times you could hammer on to that, like if you barred down on the 5th fret and just hammered on from 5 to 7. Very common sound to add in. Now you can keep going because you know you've got that minor pentatonic or major pentatonic box right there. Okay, so you can slide, kind of add some hammer-ons on there, add in even the full major scale is right there, right? Okay, so just think about getting into a position playing off that chord shape where you can experiment and add all sorts of things off of that chord shape. All right, so I hope so. I've unlocked some things for you to experiment with, play around with. Of course, transpose this to all different keys, play some different chords along the fretboard, and have fun with it. And I hope to see you on the next one. What other tips would you like to see here on this channel? Please leave a comment and let me know. And be sure to check out guitartricks.com for more in-depth step-by-step lessons.